Two local high school students facing felony charges tonight after a senior prank prompted an evacuation from South Iredell High School. Shannon Farrell and Lakia Hall are charged with hoax by false bomb in a public building and obstruction of justice. The girls are accused of putting alarm clocks inside an empty locker with a class of 2015 note inside. They are both out of jail on bond tonight. Our question of the evening: should the girls be facing felony charges? Let's take it to our panelists, the Edgeitators. Matt Harris from the Matt and Ramona Show on 107.9 The Link, FoxSports.com writer Brett Jensen, and Mecklenburg County GOP Chairman Curtis Watkins. Gentlemen, thank you for being here. Matt, what do you think? Does the punishment fit the crime?
No.
Is there a crime?
Well, that's the big question. Is there a crime? It was a stupid, lame prank. I think we can all agree on that. But a felony, you're going to ruin these kids' lives because they did something dopey, which a lot of kids do at that age. And the way we understand it, the way I understand it, is that they weren't...
Tell us how you understand it.
They weren't trying to pretend it was a bomb.
No,
they
just were setting the alarm clocks to cause an annoyance, like they were going to go off and people couldn't find them.
Right, that's a big part of the story, because when it first came out, it was like they were pretending it was bombs.
Right.
So they were just trying to be annoying, and it kind of went sideways. So no, it shouldn't be a felony. Just dopes. People
feel really, really passionate about this. I've seen people arguing on both sides of it, Brett, saying, yes, they should be punished to the fullest extent of the law. Others saying, are you kidding? This was just a teen prank that wasn't well thought out.
If being stupid were a felony, there'd be very few people on the streets.
That's very true.
And so, I mean, the problem was not the alarm clocks, but it was when they started changing their own locks. They put their own personal locks on these lockers so people couldn't get in. So they put all these personal locks on the lockers. Then you hear the ticking inside, and you're going, what are you supposed to think? So I understand why they're being charged with all this stuff. A bomb hoax and all that, yeah, I get that. You have to be safe. Because all of a sudden there's these strange locks on these lockers, and you're hearing ticking inside.
But they found out that they weren't bombs, Curtis, that they were just alarm clocks.
But not until after they got in there, right?
Yeah. Right, but they don't file charges before they find out. They file charges afterwards.
But they cleaned out the entire school because they thought it might be a bomb.
A felony?
Because they couldn't get in the locker because they put their own locks in there. I understand that.
Regardless of how they approach it, it should not be a felony. I mean, let's think about this. If you're going to start charging teenagers for doing stupid stuff and giving them felonies, then your court systems are just going to be clogged. I mean, there's just really no reason to go that far.
I'd still be in jail.
It's disturbing that one of the...
That doesn't surprise me.
And you should be after tonight's show. It's disturbing that the father knew and didn't catch on to why this is a bad idea.
Tell them, hey, might want to rethink this.
Right, we're going to think this. And, you know, I think they had to react the way that they did, but... we kind of overreact now because all the things that have gone on.
It'll never continue as a felony. It'll be brought down. It'll be a misdemeanor.
You got to start high and then negotiate down to something less, because I think most people agree it should be something less.
There's a picture of one of the girls today being escorted by a law enforcement official, and I think she has handcuffs on, but it's like the most depressing photograph.
I'm okay with that.
I have zero problem with that. Zero problem with that.
The embarrassment.
Yes, absolutely.
I think
absolutely.
You got to show the other people, the other kids, that this is a serious thing. Don't do this, dummies. And so I'm okay with her being locked away in handcuffs.
But we all know teenagers are notorious for not thinking through the consequences of doing
their brains are not fully developed.
They're not, and they just did not really think about what they were going to do. No comment. They did not think all the way through what was happening and what they were doing, and so it's just a stupid prank. And that's
but I'm okay with it.
And what about the father who actually knew about it? I mean, couldn't he in some weird way be charged with something?
Yeah, Matt just made that point.
The fact
that he thought it was actually
aiding
funny,
and abetting or something like that.
He thought it was funny.
But I'm sure he didn't, like that, didn't think through.